is not a test. This is rock and roll.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
Good morning. It is the morning app, and we are ready to go. My day was going pretty perfect. I got to pick up Justin from Mr. Tire over there on 321, and then I walk into the studio only to find out that Katie was holding something back from us that she had known about all night long. And
I was sworn to secrecy.
It doesn't matter.
What?
The morning show is a bond, unlike any other, Katie. And when we heard that you did not tell us this giant secret that could have saved us all, I'm hurt. And then you try and save it by telling us that we're wearing the exact same hoodie. And we look cute. Yeah. But it doesn't save it. I cannot believe that you did not tell me that Bojangles was giving away a $100 gift card to the first 100 people that dined in at the restaurant's new opening on 321.
Yeah, what was your excuse?
No, so
There was none. There was none, Justin.
Word. Okay.
My friend didn't want me to tell a bunch of people because it would ruin the chances.
She didn't want you so she didn't want you to tell 3 other people out of the 100.
3.
Oh my God.
97 other opportunities. I would have hoped she would have been there before the other 97 people.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Trash.
That's terrible.
I'm sorry.
This is like a pet peeve of mine. I don't like when people know about free stuff and then don't tell me.
I didn't know that was a pet peeve.
dude,
I know this now.
But she probably knew, if one person found out, then 20 people would find out from each person that would find out. It would just blow up like wildfire.
But we're trustworthy.
I don't tell people. I'll tell the morning app group and that's it. I trust my groups.
I learned about this very late at night, and then I went to sleep.
Didn't you say people were camping out for this?
Yeah. No, there was we drove by because we were just maybe we should go by in the morning. And then we're like, because there were already a bunch of people camped out at
Yikes.
1. Yeah.
Rule number 1 for free stuff. The second you learn about it, if it's still available, you tell people, Katie. You tell everyone you trust, and that's the morning app. This is how we bond. We could have camped out together.
We could have, yeah.
We could have. I camped out for the Krispy Kreme when it opened.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Did they do the same thing? Did they give a gift card or anything like that?
No, it was a first 100 people to, dine in. So everyone camped out. You got a little plastic punch card, and you got a free dozen glazed donuts per month.
Oh.
Ooh.
I used every single one of those.
Yeah.
I bet.
And a free T-shirt, which I love. I still have that free T-shirt.
Clothes.
Great T-shirt.
Yes.
Exactly. But it was It was end of November, so it was one of the coldest nights ever, below 30, camping out all night. Because I camped out the day before, starting at 3 o'clock, and then lasted all the way till 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. when it opened.
Oh. Were you around when Speakeasy Tattoo, where they were doing this thing where if you donated $20, they would give you a special tattoo?
I remember that.
Yeah, that thing filled up so fast, and people were camping out all night. I had some friends from Raleigh that came over, and they ended up spending the night sleeping next to literally trash cans in November. I think it was pretty late in the winter, so it was cold. I mean, I gave them every jacket I had, not just any not this jacket, every Boone weather jacket I could find.
I was bundled up. I think from 3 a.m. until 6 a.m. I cocooned in my sleeping bag because I went with a friend and I cocooned. And
you did it. Or just for the Krispy Kreme?
Okay. Out there all night long.
I thought you were talking about
I'm clearly covered in tattoos here.
Yeah.
I was wait a second.
What?
I thought we were supposed to have this bond, and I didn't know you had a tattoo.
Well, I would have told you, Katie. I would have told you.
I guess you're not matching if you're tatted.
Oh, yeah, true.
But, no, it was really cold to just camp out all night long, and you didn't really get much sleep, and it was the first class that I ever skipped the next morning, so I was pretty proud of myself for that.
Wow.
I know. I think it was freshman year.
Did it for the Krispy Kreme.
I'll do anything for the free stuff. My freshman year here at college, I got a total of, I think, 16 free T-shirts in total over the whole year, which I was pretty proud of.
That's a good amount of T-shirts to get for free.
Yeah, because you had to go to literally every single free event, and I did that.
It's like Pokemon, but with free shirts.
Oh yeah,
right. You're trying to catch them all.
I got a lot.
Trying to catch them all?
Yeah, try to wear them all in this case.
I do, and that's why I'm just a little hurt that Katie didn't tell me.
Well,
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Have you been to the new Bojangles? Does it look good?
No, I haven't been.
I
Back when we
literally
passed by earlier.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's cool. I was impressed because they were building that thing or redoing it even throughout the hurricane. Like, I remember passing by and being like, good luck, guys. I don't know how you're going to do it. But once it was over, it was basically done. They might have been working on it while the hurricane was happening.
I say the renovation was like a month, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did it quick.
But what they renovate? I know they tried to make it look
think-
more like the 421.
Yeah, I guess
Bojangles.
they just completely,
Gutted it.
they wanted to revamp
yeah,
it.
it
You
looks-
It
know?
looked
Yeah.
kind of messed up.
No, it's funny
It looked
because
old.
we were driving down that road. I think it's like Winkler's Creek or something. And we were driving down that road, and my best friend, she was like, "Oh, we're going by Bojangles. Can we like go in?" And I was like, "You haven't seen it in the past few days, have you?" Because it like literally 2 days before was when they started doing the renovations. She's like, "What? No." She's like, "No." She's like, "What's wrong with it?" And she was so worried, you know. I was like, I was just ready. I was like driving. It's like, here we go. And then she just looked devastated.
Well, because you had to go down further if you wanted to go there, and it took just more time out of your
I
day.
know,
But
I know.
if I don't walk in there and have a completely new sense of just excitement or in awe of that place, I'm gonna be like, why in the world did you do it? Like, why? If you're gonna gut it out, especially at the beginning of the year when students want to go there, it better be looking nice.
That is true.
right?
They're getting ready for all the tailgating and all that. It's going to attract a lot of people.
Oh, this
you know?
weekend, yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
popping.
But they
They're
already
gonna be-
missed technically the only one game. They would have missed the first 2 home games.
Yeah.
But why start it then? Is my question. Why
I mean,
not?
by homecoming, that's like a pretty.
Yeah,
thing.
I
they've
guess.
still got plenty of.
Yeah.
100%. They're going to be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but still, I'm just upset that Katie
I'm
didn't.
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. No, we'll get past this one too, Katie. We'll get over it.
Okay.
But don't sound so upset about it like I am. But here we have Magic Carpet Ride, Steppenwolf on the app.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App, on 90.5 WASU.
So we are making it a regular theme here on the show to always talk about something, I guess, nerdy, and or comic booky, and or movie-y.
I mean, this isn't super nerdy though. Like everyone's seen Harry Potter.
But again,
except for maybe you.
not everyone, because I have not.
I would say a good portion of college students have probably been,
or at least they're familiar with.
Well, along the same lines, I think every single day we usually talk about something nerdy, comic book or something. So that's why I'm just preparing the public.
I'm just defending Harry Potter here.
That's fine. I mean, you can defend it all you want. You can defend it all
Our
you want.
conversation will be nerdy, but that's a different story.
Well, a new trailer just came out, correct? The final trailer?
Yeah, it's the last trailer, I think, for Fantastic Beasts. I think it's coming out in November?
Yeah,
or
I think
December.
so. You know what? We can look this up very quickly.
It's probably November. But yeah, the most recent trailer for it, and if you don't know what it is,
I don't.
If you have seen Harry Potter or heard Harry Potter, it's pretty much a side story that's like kind of like a prequel. Think about like, I guess, The Hobbit to like The Lord of the Rings, right? It takes place in another part of the world, and it's still written by, or it has some J.K. Rowling?
It says that she's doing the screenplay.
Right. So she is taking part of it, who is the original author of the books, and it looks pretty interesting. I know you probably know more about Harry Potter than I do, because I haven't read the books.
Okay, yeah. Also, the movie comes out November 16th. I just looked it up. But yeah, there's a lot of Easter eggs even just watching the trailer. Apparently, if like in the Harry Potter movies, Voldemort has a snake. It's like Nagini, I guess.
Something.
Yeah. Anyways, but she is in the trailer, and she's like a woman and like transforms into a snake. So it's kind of gonna give some backstory maybe onto like, okay, like the snake was like previously like an actual person that transformed into a snake. I was looking on Reddit about it, and it's something about a person born with cursed blood that transforms them over time into an animal or something. So it's like irreversible and like passes it down. Like apparently J.K. like Rowling introduced it, but like this idea. But I guess that's what they're going off of, is that Nagini is going to be like.
That's cool.
And so like I guess I'm wondering though if they're going to have. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to have like Tom Riddle in these.
Yeah, but is he going to be like a
feature.
heroic role in the movie? Do you think so?
I think he'll just be mentioned because he has to be around during that time, right? Like the timeline would, like he'd be at least.
Hugh might have not been born yet.
I was about to say it's during the 20s, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
And Dumbledore in it, so they have, Dumbledore, the main headmaster. Yeah. He's like this old wizard. He's actually like a young professor in this movie. The guy who's playing him is Jude Law.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no way.
He does an awesome job. Like I just from the little snippets you get out of the trailers, you're like, that's Dumbledore. I feel that. That's cool.
Does Dumbledore actually? He dies in the regular Harry Potter series, right?
Spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Geez,
I'm pretty sure if you've.
But yeah.
Even heard of Harry Potter, you probably watched it. And
why
probably
does he die? He's the most powerful one, isn't he?
Well,
it's important to the plot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't really remember off the top of my head.
I mean, I do remember. I don't know if we want to like.
I don't want to watch
give
it
all
now.
that away, but on the air, but because I literally just watched that one, and my friend was watching it like for the first time and was super upset by.
I'm super upset now.
Dying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, you brought it up.
But it's also one of those things that it was a smart move to kill off Dumbledore, because up until that, because like as a plot, okay.
We'll talk about Dumbledore.
Well, now that we've mentioned it, we can freely talk about
True.
it. But like, he was the like OP, with like overpowered like wizard, like the only one you'd think that could stop Voldemort, because Harry was just kind of just like getting lucky, honestly.
Just
like,
a goofy kid.
Yeah, I mean, he just got lucky every time he faced Voldemort and just had a lot of help from people.
True.
And so killing off Dumbledore made it seem like it kind of made it seem stacked against Voldemort. So it was like, I don't know, more exciting than you're just thinking, okay, like Dumbledore is going to take care of everything. Like it made it more interesting, I guess.
The safety net is gone.
Yeah.
There's even oh man, there's a whole scene where Dumbledore's fighting Voldemort at one point. Was it the Order of Phoenix?
Yeah, and they were
was
actually
awesome.
talking about I was looking on Reddit, like I like a thread about the trailer, and a lot of people were mentioning that fight looking very similar to the fights that are in the trailer for Fantastic Beasts,
Interesting.
because a lot of like the colors and just like, I mean, because that was one of the ultimate fights. You know, Harry versus Voldemort is just kind of, you know, like, it was pretty
Voldemort
quick.
was kind of just playing with him.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. But yeah, Dumbledore and Voldemort were the most powerful ones during that time. So their fight was going to be just ridiculous.
The one thing I remember the most from the fight was like Voldemort, I think he breaks, they're like in this big room with a bunch of glass, and he just does something to break all the glass, and he like points it towards Dumbledore and just shoots it at him. So you have like these millions of shards of glass that are going towards him, and then Dumbledore like converts them into sand.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Getting pelted with sand isn't much better.
Well, like,
no, it was
better than
almost just like
glass.
shimmery, like it wasn't sand. It was just like
transmuted. Or it might have been
something.
dust or something.
Yeah. But anyways,
now-
it's
now-
better than glass.
Now I just want to know how he died, because if he's the most powerful,
You gotta
then
watch
something
it.
went wrong.
Yeah.
You just gotta watch
Do it
something.
like a movie.
No, I don't want
marathon
to. He
whenever you get a
died.
chance.
Yeah,
You can-
let's go.
Watch it and review it.
Yeah.
I don't want to. He died, but that's gonna be so
No,
sad
but
to
that's not-
watch.
Better
that-
afterwards, Josh.
Yeah.
It's not.
He has to
no,
make a sacrifice.
no,
Yeah.
that's not a sacrifice. That's just bad writing.
Oh.
Oh
Part of the book
my
too. But
goodness.
whatever, I guess.
You haven't even seen it.
No, you're right. But I have no excuse. You're right.
What do you?
You're right. I have no excuse. You're absolutely right. But either way, it comes out November 16th.
Indeed.
Indeed. What's it officially called? It's not just Fantastic Beasts. It's
The
Fantastic.
Crimes of Grindelwald.
Ah, cool. We all know what that is. Here on the Morning App, Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic by The Police.
on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com.
It is time for some real or fake news. I do not know what the score is.
It is 999 all across the board. We are all tied with 9 points.
Not after today.
Oh gosh.
I mean, we could be. You don't know that.
That's true. But it's not likely. Hopefully, I'll be able to trip at least someone else.
Let's just all answer the exact same thing and
No,
just to prove we're wrong.
no. Oh my goodness.
I'll just
You'll all be
agree on
wrong
that.
every time.
The Howie agreement. You were here
Is
for
that what
last
you-
semester.
The Howie compromise, is that was one of those like old
Bradford,
compromises
yeah.
from back in the war days.
Yeah,
that was one of the
yeah.
that was one of the original, because on the very first time we did it, correct? First time we did real or fake news.
Howie and I decided to agree to answer the same question in order to beat Josh. Well, yeah, I think, right?
No,
I don't know
Yeah,
how it
because I
worked.
made a very rash decision in my youth to tell you guys if you tied, because I had already won.
Yes,
I
that's
told everyone if I had tied, if you two tied, then I would take the punishment, not thinking you two were smart enough to actually figure out how to tie. And then come the final show, you ended up actually tying and not recognizing the last question. I think it
That's
was
true.
Howie that
somebody
figured it out.
brought it up, and yeah, it might have been Howie, and then we
I
were
kept my
like-
mouth shut. I figured you guys weren't smart
and I
enough
was
to figure
like-
it out.
I
but
did. I forgot about it completely, and so yeah. Ever since that,
The Howie compromise was born that day.
there it is.
And ever since then, I've lived in fear. But we are ready to go. Katie.
All right, so the first one is Frenchman shares home with 400 reptiles.
400 is a lot.
Yeah, for somebody, that's a lot of work for somebody who's French.
And for a friend, for a Frenchman, you're not wrong.
So I'm gonna say it's real.
I like that how that's what we're going with. It's because they're French that it's not happening.
Look at all these reptiles. I'm gonna say it's real. I guess that's what I'm gonna go with, because it's a little funky. 400 reptiles is a lot of reptiles to have and take care of.
Don't they eat reptiles?
Snails.
Is that?
That's escargot.
Yeah, but what is it? Amphibian, reptile,
I don't know what is a snail.
mammal? It's not an insect, is it?
Snail
It's
is
not a
like
fish. I can tell you that.
it's an animal
It's not a bird.
of some kind. It's just a slug. Like
Yeah, but there's.
So it's like his own category.
I don't know.
No, there's not
Are
just.
we
a-
talking about this one?
Okay.
Okay, real.
I'm gonna say it's real. It's got 2 reels.
I'm gonna get real.
Okay, we got 3 reels. All of us go for real.
Well, this is not good. It is real.
Woo!
So
Suck like
he,
that.
over 2 decades, he is like a reptile enthusiast, I guess. He's 67 years old, and he's gotten a collection of more than 400 phobia-inducing animals, including rattlesnakes, tarantulas, and lizards in his home in western France.
That's an awkward.
But it says that he, the 2 alligators, I guess the OG, I don't know why it's, okay, anyways, they were rescued from a leather farm, but most of the animals are pets that outstayed their welcome elsewhere and have been abandoned or donated. So he's like saving them too.
Okay.
But yeah,
French
good for the-
crocodile hunter here. Yeah. You know.
A little reptile farm.
The crocodile hunter.
Okay, well, we are still all.
We're all tied.
10, 10, 10.
There we go. 10,
all
10,
right.
10.
Man who walked near boiling hot Old Faithful geyser ticketed.
One more time.
Okay. Man who walked near boiling hot Old Faithful geyser ticketed. Sorry, that was on a different line.
He was ticketed for walking by the geyser.
Yes.
Well, it is dangerous, you know, to walk next to a very hot geyser.
There's like a barrier, isn't there? Like,
Right? That's what I just
block it off from everybody.
Depends if it's like a park or something.
You're ticketed. I feel like you would get arrested.
I feel like that would be something somebody would do. I feel like somebody would want to take a selfie next to a geyser as it was
erupting.
doing its geyser thing. Yeah, and people would be like, OMG, so close. And then you get ticketed for it. But is it on the news? That is the question.
I'm gonna say
Actually,
fake.
fake. Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say true.
You mean real?
Real.
There you go. Play
It's
along.
real.
Play
All
along.
right.
We got real and 2 fakes.
Dovy is in the lead now. Is real. Yeah, apparently a man was caught on video wandering close to the Old Faithful geyser, and he like at one point he lay on the ground right next to it, and like there was a big crowd around it because they thought he was gonna jump, I guess.
Oh.
But yeah, and then he was just making a scene. But yeah, he got
And they
ticketed.
just ticketed him?
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Hey,
I guess
you.
so.
Hey.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
They didn't escort him away or anything. They just ticketed him
You can try again.
with a heftier fine.
All right. Okay. Police in New Jersey search for alligator on the loose.
That could be anybody.
New
in
Jersey?
Yeah.
New Jersey.
New Jersey alligators. I don't know if that's a thing. What if they're just rare, and if you did see one, then it would be a big deal.
I'm going
maybe,
fake.
Maybe the guy from France came over, and he had like a little crocodile baby, alligator baby in his...
True.
Out of all the places the Frenchman
Suitcase.
went, he or she went
New
to New
Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Great spot to pick.
I don't know.
No wonder they hate America.
Yeah.
I'm going fake.
He thought it was New York. But he went to Newark. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say. What did you guys say? You said it's fake.
Fake. We're waiting on Justin. Justin
say-
like sits there. He's all debating it. He like
I will
questions
say it's
everything.
fake.
It's better than last time when he was like staring at me, trying to figure out if I was going to like give it away.
I'm gonna say it's fake because I feel like if an alligator went loose in New Jersey, they'd just leave it alone. They just wouldn't do anything about it.
I feel like they see it all the time.
Okay. I'm gonna say fake.
Oh, we're all on.
We're all on fake.
Okay.
Oh, together? Okay.
Yeah, we're all faking.
Well,
All
you're
together now.
all wrong.
Okay.
Oh, why?
There's a 3 to 4 foot gator that was spotted along. It's mentioning road names, but none of us know what that means.
A gator.
They still haven't. It's not clear where the gator escaped from. They just happened to see it, and they're just.
Oh my God, Peter, is that a crocodile? No, it's an alligator. No, it's a crocodile. Oh my God, there's a they just like freak out and call the cops. That's basically what I would imagine that being like.
That's probably what happened, and then they lost it. They're like, oh, it's gone now. It's in the sewer system.
And then the French guy's like, oh,
my
well,
God.
it is.
Fly over.
It is over there.
Oh my.
Okay, last one.
All right, last one. Six Flags St. Louis offers perks for customer coffin time.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Coffin time.
Coffin time.
Coffin time.
Like coughing
time.
or
No, coffin.
like a cough, like
coffin.
oh,
Like-
I'm trying to figure out what coffin
like
time
RIP.
is.
Like, I guess like.
Do you bring a coffin with you?
Okay, one more time.
Okay.
Now that we know it's a
Six
coffin.
Flags St. Louis offers perks for customer coffin time.
Perks for customer coffin time.
I'm gonna go real because I don't know what it is. I want to know what coffin time is.
Okay, I have a feeling it's real, but I'm gonna say fake. 'Cause that's usually what I do when I don't understand the question. It's like a 50-50.
I don't really understand the question either, so I'm just like,
You get a perk.
but why would you bring a coffin?
Wait, yeah.
Bring
Why?
coffins to
We're
Six
not
Flags?
arguing
This
the
is-
perks. We're arguing what is coffin time.
But in this, where is this? This is in
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
So it's no New Jersey.
No,
It sounds
which
like
would have
some
been
stuff that'll probably
fine.
like happen in Florida or something.
That's what I'm like. Okay,
If it'd been in New Jersey,
St.
we
Louis.
probably would have said all real.
yeah, for real. I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna say it's fake, just because that's some variety. Not quite
I'm gonna
sure.
say true. Maybe
Okay, so we have-
this happened around like Halloween time or something. You're like, okay, you get some coffin.
It's coming
time.
up.
Oh, that's true. They do Scarowinds.
No.
Right.
You can't take it back, can you?
Six-
No. I'm
Six
still
Flags is
committing. I'm still committing.
Scarowinds is like Carowinds thing, not a Six Flags.
Oh,
Flag
oh
and
my
a-
gosh, you're right.
Come on,
No, I'm
Dovy.
still right.
Flag
Okay,
wings.
I'm gonna go with fake. So we got fake. Justin says real,
I said real.
and you're gonna say real. All right.
All right.
Lock it in.
It is real. Okay. I will explain.
That's right.
So, 6 contestants will compete for a $300 prize, season tickets, and other perks. And all they have to do is spend 30 hours in a coffin. And so it's going to happen October 13th to October 14th. And they have to spend their time in a 2 by 7 foot coffin, and they get an hourly bathroom break But anyways, otherwise than that, they like have to be in the coffin. And then if more than one person makes it to the 30 hours, then they're going to do a drawing to determine who gets the $300.
Now that's terrible, because if you're going to spend that long in a coffin
I
only to
can't
be
do that.
decided by fate,
Yeah.
that is terrible. Make them stay in the coffin longer.
David Blaine rolls up, and you're like,
yeah.
oh, we all lost. All right.
But
Score, yes. We all have 11 points. 11, 11,
Are you
11.
kidding me?
So make
That's
a
great.
wish.
Oh, so look at that, Katie. We did all
all
end up
tied.
trying, even
Time
without
that.
trying.
Man.
Look at that. We're just that
In the name
special.
of Howie.
We have Pinball Wizard here on the morning app before our relationship segment. Stick with us.
And now back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
That music can only mean one thing. It's time for the relationship part of our show. Once again, we're ready to help all you out, and we progressively have gone from how to get a date, what to do during
you jump pretty fast.
We're those overexcited people.
What were we talking about last time? We were literally talking about how to get a first date.
Now we're talking.
And now it's about
what to consider before proposing to someone in public. We're taking a jump. We're taking a big jump because it was bad dates, what to do, and then how to get a date, because everyone was wondering how you actually get a date to get to that bad date.
So how you raise your kids.
Yeah. So then obviously
next segment.
that might be Friday.
Right. What to name your children or something.
What to do when you are expecting. But we are now talking what to consider before proposing to someone in public, and it's a thing that a lot of people do, and I will ask Katie a lot of questions because you will be the one in this group being proposed to at some point, and I don't know if you have a basic idea if you'd want it in public, because I think a lot of girls are different. Do they want it in public? Do they want this big massive display, or do they want it in private, something personal? I don't know.
Yes, it very much so depends on the person, because me, like, just watching, like, you know, it's always nice to watch the videos of people doing the very elaborate proposals, but I know that I would hate that with all of my, like, I would just hate it.
But what if it was an elaborate proposal in private?
Yes, yeah, that would be better. And also, I really like the idea of when they have, like, the girl's family come and, like, be there, like, after, like, he proposes, and then they're, like, her family and, like, his family, like, come and, like,
oh, that's so hard to coordinate.
I know, but it's like, I just think that, like, if you're going to do, like, that's, like, about as elaborate as, like, I get.
See, guys just have to listen, because I think girls drop these hints pretty often.
Do you think?
I know. Like, I'm like, if you just I think like girls in general would just be like, oh, I thought this was really cute. You know, like they'll say stuff like that.
Wow, that diamond ring over there.
Yeah.
Really
what does that mean,
pretty.
Justin?
Yeah.
But it's important to know, because I mean, one of my favorite subreddits is Cringe. I don't know why. It's like almost like a catharsis watching people go through awkward situations, but like most of those videos are people getting shut down proposing in public. Like,
that sucks.
Huge stadiums and stuff like that, and the girls usually aren't ready for that's a lot of pressure. And I kind of understand that, because it almost feels like I wouldn't want anyone to feel like they're being forced, right? Like there's all this pressure of everybody watching.
A bunch of people watching.
And see, that's why. Do you bring the whole family there, like both families? I mean, unless you're like pretty sure they're going to say yes.
Most of the time with proposals, I feel like you'd be sure. Like, first of all, the girl's going to be dropping hints, like Dovy said, about like wanting to get like married. And most of the time people talk about it like, okay, like a basic timeline. Like, okay, do we want to like be married like in a year? So, you know, like just kind of, especially in this stage of our lives where we're planning out things like a little ahead, like it's important to have those conversations, I think.
You mean like massive hints such as, hey, if you don't marry me by so-and-so date, I'm breaking up with you, you know, like the ultimatum type thing.
And then they hit a red button and then it goes beep, beep, whatever the 24. You ever seen that show with the clock that counts down? Yeah, just like there's just a big clock somewhere in the
apartment. Just the timetable.
Like, yeah.
And then they just keep track. Like, you got a week till you're supposed to propose to me.
You're like, oh gosh, I'm still paying off college debt. I don't have money.
I don't know, but it's just important. Like, my friend was talking about it the other day. She's been dating this guy like a year and a half, I think.
Oh, that's pretty serious.
And so, I was asking her, I was like, so when do you think you're going to get married? And she's like, I think next fall sometime. Like, we've already kind of talked about it. And she said that like maybe she'd get engaged in the spring. She's like, I'm going to leave it up to him because he wanted to surprise me. She's like, but we have, you know, like we talked about like a general timeline, like for when, you know, just so we're on the same page. And I think that's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Because they'll still surprise her whenever it is. But it's also like he knows that like she's going to say yes, you know.
living up to the guy is never the best thing to do in any situation ever.
But she basically laid it all out there for him.
You're
and
gonna
was
have
like,
to,
taking
because
time.
otherwise guys will be like, yeah, I mean, she said whenever, so.
Oh my.
Yes, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The new Spider-Man game dropped. I'll just play that.
Spend my money on that instead of a ring. Yeah.
Right.
You'll see, bro.
I just think going back to the whole family thing, bringing the family involved, I feel like that is so difficult to do in every way without that person knowing. Especially if your significant other is sort of a sleuth, really good at like figuring out every little surprise you have, or just hates not knowing about something and could become suspicious. That's why I think it's so hard to do that.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's some people like that.
I'm not saying that's a requirement. I'm just saying that that's something you can do. If you're trying to do like a big proposal, then that's something you can do that like most girls who wouldn't want big proposals would like that. Like, I think it's just nice. I'm not saying it has to. I don't know.
No, we're guys here. 3 of us are guys, and we're trying to take suggestions from Katie, who I'm sure has thought about it before. And I don't know, honestly, but I think most girls have thought about it. So if you're a girl out there and you're either wanting to get proposed to at some point or ever, or with your boyfriend or girlfriend, like, just give us hints. Just lay it out.
Guys,
give us a map.
please, guys, listen.
yeah, for real.
It's hard.
We're
I
always
know.
dropping hints, but guys never listen.
Call of Duty can wait.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
You're absolutely right. But we do have magic here on the app before we go down the stretch here on 90.5 WASU.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
Have you ever had a really bad, like a really stupid argument with one of your best friends, like your closest friends ever?
Dude, I try to think of one. But it's hard. Like,
just stupid. I mean, you told us the other day you and your girlfriend got into an argument over what video game to play.
Yes, that's probably like the dumbest kind of stuff. It's like I wanted to play Rocket League and she wanted to play this game called Fez, which was a puzzle game. We just like literally had to leave the room. Like we were literally so heated. Oh no! I was trying to play Overwatch. That's what it was. Overwatch, which is a very like you have to be in it, right? I was playing competitive mode, and she was like, "I want to play." Then she wanted to play Rocket League. That's what it was. And I was like, "I'm literally in the middle of a game. This is everything right now. I'm close to platinum. You know, I can't lose this game." And just like, literally leaves, goes to my room, does homework, and I'm just like on the couch, and it's like a music video all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
It's like, say something. And then like 10 minutes later, we're like, "I'm sorry. Yeah, this is stupid. Why are we arguing about this?"
It's stupid because I got platinum. It's okay now.
Yeah.
You won Rocket League. Like,
Doesn't
we're
matter.
fine.
It's just a game. But the fact that that's the worst it gets is kind of nice, right? You know, that's the dumbest argument I think I've ever gotten in.
Yeah, I mean, our
So,
Bojangles thing was pretty rough. I'm still not over it, Katie.
Wait,
just
did you
letting
say
know.
Bojangles?
Yeah, Bojangles.
Bojangles.
That's how you say it, right?
Bojangles.
Bojangles.
Oh, this was another thing. My roommates made fun of me. Apparently, I say it wrong. I say Bojangles.
Bojangles?
Yeah.
It's like
Jangle
it's
bells.
bow time. You're like putting the emphasis on bow, like Bojangles.
Bojangles. And I could not figure it out
can't even listen to your
You're
favorite-
saying Bojangles.
Bojangles.
Bojangles. That's how you're saying it.
Yeah, Bojangles.
Bojangles.
Bo.
Bojangles.
Yeah, Bojangles.
But
It's literally just
okay.
tone. Isn't that
Bojangles.
weird?
Yeah,
How
yeah. But it sounds
Either
so
way,
wrong.
we'll figure that out later. Either way, I have two best friends of over 50 years, and one of them pulled a gun on the other one over a argument about is this song a Bruno Mars song or not.
I feel like that's easy to solve.
what?
Oh, it was. A man in Indiana was jailed over the weekend because he was accused of reaching for his handgun instead of the Shazam app to check if it was a Bruno Mars song because this man of 71 years old was in an argument with two of his other friends who they'd been friends for over 50 years.
Oh my god.
And the argument got heated when they heard a Bruno Mars song. And the one guy pulled out proof showing that it was Bruno Mars song, and that's when they told the police that things escalated even more. They started getting up and shouting at each other. The one man pulled out his gun. The other guy cursed at him, and eventually the man who pulled the gun pistol whipped him and
Wait, what does that mean?
basically just hit him. Hit him with the gun.
Okay.
Basically
Why did you just say he hit him with the
Because
gun?
it sounds
Pistol whip
cooler.
sounds. Yeah.
Pistol whip.
It sounds way cooler.
It sounds way cooler, especially for a
And-
70-year-old dude to pistol whip somebody.
True.
And yeah, that was all over a Bruno Mars song. It was a Bruno Mars song.
Which one was it?
The police will not disclose what song it was, and we're really bummed about
Oh
that.
man, I've got to find out.
But can you just believe that these friends of 50 years, like 70 plus years old, and they're in an argument over is that a Bruno Mars song? The fact that they're
Goals.
70 plus.
70-year-olds listening to Bruno Mars.
Right, right.
Exactly.
That was like pop.
Hey,
or
man.
something.
I'm
sorry, did I
They
just like
can
a
be
finger
hip.
granddad or something?
They can be hip if they want to.
I love Uptown
They can-
Funk.
Hey, I'm listening to 90.5.
What you should say?
Exactly.
But no,
My grandparents listen to 90.5 sometimes when I'm on it.
yeah, we're hip.
Yeah, we're hip. We're
Yeah,
cool.
but do we
We're
play
what's
Bruno Mars
in.
like a lot like that?
No.
Okay, Bruno Mars is hipper.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wins all the albums.
Okay.
But apparently, no one called the police at the time. And then I think this is funny. No one called the police. And then eventually they started sitting around and they talked about, like, maybe we should go tell the police that happened. So they did. And he was jailed over the weekend. I don't know anything else about that, how if he'll get, any more jail time. But all over a stupid little Bruno Mars song, that friendship.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
If that's not the dumbest thing. Yours are pretty close, Dovy. Yours is dumb. But
Well, I didn't pull out a gun.
Yeah, that's very true. Very
That would be
true.
that's funny though.
as far as we
She pulls out like a shotgun, like Rocket League.
That's going to do it for us here in the Morning App. We'll see you on Friday for some more fun and arguments and heated debates.